Hey there, my fellow apocalypse survivors. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Nomad, episode 33. Toodeloo, Zulu. It wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to take a propane tank and a few metal sheets with me. And then to also repair up what is damaged. And I will be grabbing a wood axe, yeah, absolutely. I think this carpentry book belongs in my library. Same with the metalwork book. I'm going to put a spare hand axe in the glove box. And then a wood axe on the roof rack. And then I think we're good. So propane tank up top. And the propane tank is so that I can make, like, repairs if the car gets damaged in a way that needs maintenance. On the spare rail rack, I'll put the food, so it's a little bit easier to get to. I'm also probably going to want to bring water, and I didn't get the... because I was out of time and I had to blitz home due to the sun. I didn't get the opportunity to grab the water cooler. So there we go. Hand axe, thread, nails, matches, lighter. The only thing that's really missing here, I would say, is 2 sheet ropes. 2 sheet ropes would be very, very handy as like an emergency thing. I don't really know where the generator is, which is like, where did I put it automatically into the truck, or I'm not sure where it went. Front of car? Yeah, okay. That's where it ended up. In the pad. Oh, that's weird. How did it get there? That's not what I meant to do. I did leave a water cooler in the woods on the way to Zulu. You're right. You're absolutely right. I just want to make sure that I have enough water for the trip. Because if I don't, dehydration is a real risk. Okay, my propane tank is topped up. Let's make sure that my library is complete. So, yeah, I was right. Carpentry 4 did belong in here. Or 3, rather. And then metalwork 3. Yep. Good. I have every book. Before I left, or before I leave, rather, I would also like to tune up the engine and repair the hood and trunk and all that stuff as much as I can. Or as much as what diminishing returns will allow. Because I foresee that the car gets banged up badly on the way there. So 95, that will work. Yeah, everything is fine. Everything else is fine. Tires are pretty good. Okay. I'm going to put 2 spare metal sheets up on the roof rack for repairs, if need be. And then everything else, I'll keep in long-term storage here. Take some reading materials. I will take some additional books. I do have the tailoring book on me, I think. But I'll grab others. That's weird. Where'd my wrench go? It's right here. Game, come on. You need a wrench. I have a wrench. Thank you very much. Alright, now the engine's 100%. And I still have a spare engine part left over, so I use 6 of 7. Refilled my torch. Now, where is that tailoring book? Yeah. So I do have the tailoring book, and then what else could I read? I did change the radio already. I guess I could read electrical, although I'm not likely to use electrical. It's something. I'll read foraging and trapping. So I need foraging 2 and trapping 1. I don't know if I'm ever going to be trapping, so I take that back. Metalwork 4. Okay, that'll work. It's already pretty late in the day, so I'm going to head to sleep. Oh, perfect timing. Head to Zulu 66 to repair the broadcast station. If I'm lucky, if I find a new bumper. I don't think I'm going to find a new bumper. I've already gone to Zulu before, and I don't recall seeing Jeeps on the way there, and definitely not Jeeps with lethal bumpers, because I'm constantly looking for them. I think the best solution for me would be to grind the metalworking skill with all of the propane torches and tanks that I have, probably melting down cars, or some sort of metalwork grinding so that I can make a bumper from scratch. Because that's going to keep this Jeep from being destroyed easily. What I am going to do, though, is open up the viewer-submitted ideas for what I do after I have Zulu repaired. So you are welcome. Is there only one way to get to Zulu? Yes, there's only one way. So I'll show you on the map where I'm headed so you have an idea, a concept. I am here. This is my home, right? Let me remove the markings and put a little red house here. So that's where my home is. And then Zulu, I come out to the main road, or even the carriage road of Maldra, drive northwest to this dirt road, or this gravel road, turns into a dirt road, and then this is Zulu. So, this here is, here, I'll make it very, very clear. This is where I want to go. Right? There you go. So that's where I'm headed. I don't really need to mark the road to Zulu. I have a pretty good understanding of how to get there without those kind of map directions, because, you know, that's not a strange location for me to drive to. It's essentially just drive to the army base and take a right instead of a left at the end. Oh, shucks. One other thing I hadn't checked in on is my forearm in a while. Still lacerated, but not bleeding. I'm just marking on the road where there's obstructions. So on my minimap here, I know where there's cars I'm going to hit. So for the Peterbilt, I don't necessarily need to fully armor it up or mod it up. It's more about the scout vehicle. The Peterbilt is more about storing long-term supplies in, as far as the goal goes. So it would be really nice to have a better repaired Peterbilt, but it isn't necessary to win this scenario. It's mostly about stockpiling food, water, tools, and weapons in the Peterbilt. Hi, how you doing? Hey, Moist Pineapple Pizza, guess what? They've introduced pizzas into the game. I have no idea if you can put pineapples on them, but pizzas exist. So yeah, my left forearm is completely torn through all layers of my clothing, I suspect. At least they didn't hit my bulletproof vest. Could have been more annoying. I'd rather lose sleeves than the bulletproof vest, because bulletproof vests are rare. But if I was smart, I would have grabbed a new leather jacket and denim shirt when I was back at home. I just didn't do it. Alright, so that was the carriage road. As you can see, I'm just driving a long time now on this road. Straight shot into my turnoff. I'm not really sure, until they introduce the player's ability to, like, make cheese from scratch, I don't see that pizza's gonna be a thing that we do all that often, because without cheese, it's not much of a pizza. There's definitely pineapples in the game, yeah, I've seen them. They've been in a long time. You can get them canned or not canned, too. Of course, the not canned variety spoils very quickly, but the canned variety... I actually might even have some canned pineapples back at the Peterbilt truck. I haven't really gone through the inventory of the food. To my character, food is food, calories are calories. The quality, the quantity, doesn't really... The quantity only matters, not the quality that matters to him. We are Nomad. We haven't had nice food in 10 years. I feel so naked without the bumper on front. Like, so vulnerable. Ugh. I know that every little love tap I give to these zombies is just more damage to this poor car. And these... I should drive slower, but... Going out to Zulu, you don't really want it to turn to daytime while you get close. Zomboid isn't a game that does, like, fast map panning all that well. The, like, perceivable frame rate while you're driving like this is really bad. I'm gonna stop a second, though, because that car I'm parked next to looks... Dude, his hoodie looks fresh. It's mine now. Now, one annoying thing is when you have armor on your car, replacing the parts that are underneath the armor is a little bit more annoying because you have to then go through the effort of removing the armor too. Yeah, I was right. This thing is car key required. Okay. This thing is in really good condition. What did I want? The windshield? The front window. There's even gas in it, too. I might siphon some out. Oh, fancy. Triple grab, that's different. 7 gas cans. Nice. I didn't bring water because I forgot. But we do have that cooler that's over there. Check what's in the trunk and then I'm good to go. Oh, trunk's empty. Has a nice sized trunk though. Bigger than the one I have here. But I'm not stopping to mess more with that. So it is not this dirt path. We haven't gone far enough. Yeah, I've got some cold pineapple in my fridge too. Some cut chunks from the grocery store. Wouldn't be much of a Hawaiian if I didn't. Lestoyan, thank you for the follow. Welcome. So this, I think, is the intersection for Rosewood. God, this highway is so full of zombies. Maybe they, you know, I speculate that they might have changed zombie distribution in the 4173 patch just a little bit, because it seems busier than the last time I drove to Zulu. Like, I'm having to dodge a lot more. So we're only about a half a kilometer away from the turnoff onto the gravel road. And then the gravel road to the dirt road to the glorious repair. I'm going to give you maybe 2 more minutes to suggest goals for me to do after Zulu's done. Use the channel point redemption for the viewer submitted ideas. So far we have start fixing up the Peterbilt, grind more mechanic skill, grind tailoring skill, try to stock up on coffee, beta blockers, and other necessities. Cut a direct road to Zulu through the forest, which I don't know if that's reasonable, cats. That would take me like 5 in-game days. Or work on metalworking skill. So just to show you the distance between the main road and Zulu, to give you an idea of it. Well, I think maybe what you mean is... So I'm here. This is Zulu. So a direct path is like half a kilometer of forest. But if you mean just like clear the driving path, that's a little bit more reasonable, but I think that's already done. I did already chop down the things that needed to be chopped here. I can't make a pizza. I'm going to refund you on that. Pizzas require cheese, and we haven't had cheese in 10 years in this game. Oh my good lord. The Forestry Service needs to come out here and do their job. I think it's worse than the last time I was here. It has grown over even more. Which makes sense. I mean, that's what happens. This looks straight up impassable. I'm not really sure I'm not going to be walking. How to get ridiculously exerted in one easy trick. Don't worry, I've got my trusty melted ice cream to keep the belly full. I can't even see the shadows of the trees to avoid them. This is miserable. I feel like Sideshow Bob in a yard full of rakes. There's a reference you probably haven't thought of in decades. You're wondering how long until they start introducing NPCs into the game? So as far as the dev planning goes, the first NPCs that are going to be introduced will be deer and other huntables like that, like critters to hunt. And then after they're introduced, the groundwork to introduce humanoid NPCs has been laid. If you really want NPCs, there are mods that do it. The mod is pretty crude, but it does give you a concept of a world where you're not the sole zombie survivor. Okay, this path is overgrown, like, so badly. I got so much further last time I drove this. And take a quick breather here, and I will pull you all about next goal. What to do after Zulu is repaired. All right, there it is. What do you think? What to do after Zulu's been repaired? This is not... I'm sort of already cutting a path to Zulu. There is a remarkable amount of trees in the way. I may at some point want to think about where to rest, because I'm not going to get there in nighttime hours, I don't think. I wish I had my roof rack of lights. My character is so exhausted from this work. Yeah, I used to be able to drive to the water dispenser, but all of these trees have grown since the last time I was here. Is that a tree? Yeah. What would be really helpful is if I could turn on, like, a collision mode to be able to see the trees, because a lot of it is just not being able to differentiate what is a tree from what is a bush to know where I can drive. Because it all looks the damn same. It'd be really nice if the next weather station failure wasn't at Zulu, is all I'm gonna say. I can't get through there. Or if I can, I won't be able to replicate it in a pinch. Alright, it's 4:30. I think I'm gonna go to the intersection that's up ahead. And that will be my checkpoint until tomorrow. So my poor dude's arms are gonna fall off. I can't even stomp on a zombie's head properly. I think getting a mix of drowsy and highly exerted definitely makes this miserable work. And I'm out of water too, which is going to be a big issue. So try to get to that water cooler would be kind of nice. It does open up a bit here. Where did I leave the water cooler? At the sailboat marker? At this point, I just have to keep moving ahead because of my lack of water. And be very mindful about the time of day so that I'm not going to piss off zombies while they're enraged, because it would be really difficult to try to kill any. Yeah, here's the water cooler. Thank goodness. Ha! What, do you got stuck? Water cooler meta! Oh, he got unstuck. Come on. Come on. Check on that arm of mine. Wow, still lacerated. Okay. Wasn't a deep laceration, it just took forever. So leveling up metalworking will be next. What do you get from high level tailoring? So every level of tailoring allows you to patch up your clothes a little bit better, making them higher armor. And then at, I believe it's level 7, you can actually patch holes up so that clothes that have holes in them you can repair entirely. So, for instance, my denim shirt that has a hole in the left forearm, I could remove that, or, yeah, I guess remove the hole, double negative or whatever, but I could remove the hole so that it offers protection as if it was new, which is a big boon, as you might imagine. So we're definitely within enraged territory now. These zombies If any of them happen upon my Jeep, they'd be real pissed and real fast. With that in mind, let me grab 2 cans of oats. Because I don't really have access to my tire rack when I'm in the car. Looks like my hood is pretty beat up too. Cheers. Okay, tailoring book fully read. Nice. Now it's going to be the forging book, I think. And I will attempt to sleep. Fingers crossed. I rarely get high enough tailoring to benefit from the hole patching. Oh, wow, I slept in. Still lacerated. Have I checked the hood? It looks like it's still intact. I'm guessing it's like 40%. 27. Okay, that's pretty bad. I think here on out, I'm going on foot. I don't think it makes sense to try to continue with the Jeep. It's just too choked. So, water. Here, trash can. A blue trash can. Where I leave the water. So I just topped up my water bottles, and I'm off on foot. It's nighttime, so it shouldn't be too terrible to get there. I'm gonna actually do the walk to, so that I don't collide with the trees. It's not something I almost ever do normally, because it doesn't have you react to zombies as quickly as you'd want. But when you do the right-click walk to, it avoids collision with plants and the like, which can end up actually hurting you more. I already cut my leg once trying to walk through bushes. Another thing to maybe try to obtain is some additional sheet metal. 1 sheet metal should probably get my hood up to, like, I don't know, 75 or something %. But more metal sheets will make it easier to keep my hood on, to protect the engine from damage. Sprinting here is probably a bad idea. The only reason I'm sprinting is so that I might be able to get back to the outpost tonight, rather than have to spend another night at the water cooler. But I 100% agree, haste does make waste. If the next repair requires a lead pipe, I am going to lose my cool, though. Let's hope that the other half of that McCoy's that I didn't fully search because of the, daytime cometh, has a lead pipe as well. My character was overheating to a point where he was not going to be able to fight effectively, so I pulled off some layers here. Alright, now I'm just unpleasantly hot. I'm not actually actively overheating. Yeah, at least I know where to look again for the lead pipe if I need another one. As I'll just go straight to McCoy's and I won't mess about going into LV or anywhere like that. So there's a hole in the groin and a hole in the left forearm. That leather jacket did me good for a long time. It is flash time. Flashlight. So this is the only trees that I had to cut down prior. Which just gives you an idea of how overgrown it is since I last was here. So I marked down the wrong building. This is just the gate. The gate to get to it. No, I marked down the right building. I take that back. Here it is. The weather station. Zulu 666. Sorry, lady. You're just in my way. Alright, and then to repair it, I just need a lead pipe. If a chopper came now, I would be so screwed. Alright, we're good. There's also a water cooler here, which is nice, so I can wash myself and fill my bleach bottle with water. There's a spare metal sheet. That's perfect. Repair failed, pipe wasted. Oh, God. At that point, I would just enable the mod to craft pipes from scratch. I would be having none of it. And now, back to the car. I don't think I'm going to go rooting around the rest of the facility here. There's a lot of loot here. I just don't care enough. Because you can see all the houses and outbuildings and the like. Yoink. I'm a hoodlum. Oh, that reminds me, though. My maintenance record is up. Take a look at that. Maintain the emergency broadcast network. 2 out of 3. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Progress. Barely, but progress. Oh, you have a hatchet in your bag. Oh, a knife. I hear more behind me. I ain't got time for that. here we go. A little better. The lead pipe chapter is closed. You are right about that. Take the water coolers? No, I'm going to leave them. Well, A, they're really, really, really heavy. So there's that. But also, if I ever have to come back to Zulu, it's really helpful to have them there. Because I'm so geographically isolated from fresh water here that the water coolers that were here bailed me out because I forgot to bring them. And knowing myself, and I know myself pretty well, if I forget to bring the water once, I'm very likely to forget to bring the water twice. Still lacerated. How about tossing fire at the trees? So, yeah, lighting fires is against the rules, but not only that, there is no telling if the fires would not burn down the station, thereby permanently ending the series because everything in Zomboid is flammable, except for cars and ground. Like, all buildings are equally flammable. Brick, metal, doesn't matter what the building's made out of, it's flammable. So, there's also really no controlling fire. There are fire extinguishers, but they don't work that well in Zomboid. Like, they really, really, really don't. So if I did set fire to the forest, I would almost guarantee you the fire would spread to the emergency broadcast building and burn it to the ground. And then I would fail the scenario. Because you can't rebuild it. You can only repair it. And I'm... Ooh, sprinting leveled up. That actually scared me, though. Imagine being scared to your own level ups. It's a bit embarrassing. Sprint! It's really dumb to sprint in the forest like I am now. It tires you out, and if you trip, you can actually get pretty messed up. How far can fire jump? Oh, I don't know. It can jump pretty far, though. Multiple tiles. And if you're setting fire to, like, just a random part of the forest, there's really no telling if the fire will ever stop spreading. Like, it could just keep spreading and spreading and spreading until it rains. At what level sprinting are you faster than sprinter zombies? So you are at even level 0, but it really depends on the clothing that you're wearing. A lot of clothing, footwear, pants, have move speed modifiers and sprint speed modifiers. And then there's two types of sprinting. There's actually running and sprinting. In Zomboid, you can usually out-sprint most things, but you can only sprint very, very brief distances, like a Lord of the Rings dwarf. Which means, if you're relying on sprinting to get away from them, you won't get very far. You will get winded and collapse pretty quickly. Whereas running is just left shift. How is this? Oh, the tree's down there. This is what I'm talking about. Finding it really hard to judge where the trees are when you're driving like this. It doesn't look like I should be able to drive through there. Nope, nope. I can't. Well, I never said sprint like Gimli. I said sprint like a Lord of the Rings dwarf. Didn't specify which dwarf. Could have been a blacksmith dwarf. Gimli is supposed to be one of the greatest dwarven heroes, so of course his stamina and endurance is higher than that of the average. Piss off, trees. Hey, Dark Catalyst. You're enjoying this series so far? I actually have another series related to this one planned, too, which I'll kick off once this one wraps up. I'm excited for that one as well. Oh, boy. Because this one is more of a story, so it's a continuation of this story. So if people want more, they can get it. I'm planning on changing my hood once I make it out to the main road, because there's a little bit of hit points left on this hood, and then I'll swap the hoods to get the maximum bang for my buck, pun fully intended, out of this almost fully crumpled hood. But I appreciate the reminder. After the whole Peterbilt trailer incident, I'm going to be a lot more careful of my hood when I know I don't have a plow bar, a bull bar, or whatever you want to call it. Lethal bumper. Oh, I'm off the path. Shoot. Kind of wish there was a lethal bumper for your trunk as well, because every time you back over anything, your trunk gets so quickly ruined that it can't carry any weight. And of course, there's a counter to that, which is to repair it with metal, but sometimes you can't just hop out of your car in the middle of a swarm and give it a little jiffy lube. I am out of here. I'm driving way too fast for this gravel road. I'm just excited to be done with the Zulus. Oh, speaking of that, let's go ahead and listen to the radio for the first time in like a week. Wrong station. What? My station's programming is gone? Oh, this is a new radio. Yeah, of course it is. What was it, 88.6? Add preset. Emergency broadcast station? Yep, automated emergency. Oh, perfect. Perfect. And the integrity is okay. That's what I'm talking about. Current goal. Head back to Mold Outpost and then level up metalworking. I did have a question for all of you about leveling up metalworking. So the first one is... yeah, I'm level 5. I know that. If I want to build any of the Peterbilt stuff, the front protection is 9. Gas tank protection 5. I can already do that if I wanted. Tire protection is 5. I can do that. Side protection is 8. Sleeper protection is 10. Top protection is 10. So there's a ton of required... parts and metalworking level ups and all that. So I guess my question is this. There are 2 efficient ways to level up metalworking. One is to disassemble cars, which does yield metalworking pieces, which then can be used to modify the Peterbilt or the Jeep or whatever you want to modify, because dismantling cars gives you bars and sheets and stuff like that. However, it uses way more propane. So it's very propane intensive. The alternative is to level up your metalworking by dismantling sinks and toilets and showers and bathtubs and dryers and washers and that kind of thing. And they yield pretty good experience, and they don't really use up your propane. But it can be a little bit more challenging to find those things. Like I can go to like laundromats and hotels and get a higher percentage or a higher quantity of the disassemblables for me to level up my my metalworking. But if I was to take all of the propane torches that I have and all the propane tanks that I have and head to the mall where it's full of cars, that might even be faster. It just might run me out of propane, and then I would have to go run the errand of collecting more propane from backyard barbecue and stuff like that. So ultimately the question is, how do you want me to level up metalworking? And I'm going to pull you right now. Dismantling cars, high use of propane, or dismantling not cars, low use of propane. I think the cars might be faster, but I think the cars might use up my propane. Well, it definitely would use up my propane faster. No doubt about that. So I'll have you vote on that while I drive my way home. You know what I want on this car is like headlight shields, headlight bars. Even if it reduced the visibility of the lights, just like grills for the, well, I guess the lethal bumper acts as that, I suppose. So never mind, I take that back. If I had a lethal bumper, it wouldn't be a problem. I'm going to try to cruise control at 40. I probably can weave through zombies at 40 miles an hour. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to floor it. I just realized that I am low on time to get home. Hey, Power Shake, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Nomad, which originally streamed live on Twitch, August 9th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rodamont.com and the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there, my fellow zombie survivors.